When I think of my mother, I think of a beautiful queen. Strong, free, smart. Boy, she's a force. My mother is an artist. She sculpted and molded me into the man I am today. When I think of how blessed I am, I know it's because of my faith, my determination, and my mother. She was my first love. She is my teacher and mentor. But she is my best friend. On this day and every day, I honor you and thank you for all that you have brought to my life. Long live the Queen.
One word to describe Annette Johnson?
If I had one word to best describe Shakir, to be visionary.
My mom is angelic.
I say that word would be very special.
Generous, extremely generous.
My one word that would best describe Ms. Johnson would be caring.
I think that word would be genuine.
That word would be inspiring. Character.
Supercalifragilistic expialidocious, an extraordinary woman.
Tell you how I met Annette Johnson. Several years ago, I was looking for a pricing analyst, and everyone kept telling me about Annette Johnson. At least 3 people told me that I needed to meet Annette Johnson, that Annette was one of the best in the business, and it doesn't get any better than Annette Johnson. So I was introduced to Annette at the Marriott Hotel in the gateway city of Crystal City, and Annette came to the hotel, which was supposed to have been a 30-minute meeting turned into a 4-hour meeting. She talked me to death for 4 hours. She's gonna say that I talked her to death. Nah, she talked me to death. So that's how we met, and we have been soul sisters from the soul.
I remember about 20 years ago when we met in Scottsdale, Arizona at a cost conference. We both were working for different companies. The conference, there weren't too many minority female engineers at the conference, and we just automatically connected. In that time, we both decided to leave the conference and just take a spontaneous trip to the Grand Canyon, to Sedona, to Flagstaff. And I just want you to know how much that blessed me, because I gained a sister for life.
We met in the time of need for me. My father had been diagnosed with cancer, and I quit my job to take care of him during that time period. At that time, I was trying to get back into employment. You know, couldn't be unemployed too long, and he brought me in there, and she hired me on the spot. That was the beginning of our relationship.
The first time I met Aunt Shakir was when I came home with Nigel for Thanksgiving. That was about, how many years ago did you say?
I would say about 9 years ago.
So about 9 years ago, so like I said, we came home for Thanksgiving. We were at my house, and we had finished eating dinner. You know, I was all comfy in my chair. I was like, okay, I'm a guest here. I'm gonna sit back and relax. Mom, Storm, and Aunt Shakir got up. They went to the kitchen. They were cleaning up the kitchen, and Aunt Shakir came back out, and she was like, "Oh no, you can come in here. You can help clean up some of these dishes too." And I just remember thinking like, "Dang, okay, Nigel outplays. No games."
Okay, so I met Annette about 20 to 25 years ago. It's been a minute, so I don't remember exactly how long ago, but it was in the range of 20 to 25 years. I know I was, you know, in my either late 30s or late 20s or early 30s. And I was interviewing for a job for Lockheed Martin. And, you know, I had been in my career for about 9 years, and I knew what I was doing, you know. But when I met Annette, you know, being the, and I call her a force of nature, so being the force of nature that she is, you know, she was the type of person I knew I couldn't BS in this interview with. Now, by the time the interview was over, I felt better about myself, you know, because she kind of let me know that I was worth more than I even thought I was when I first came into the interview. So, you know, that was kind of the how we met and the catapult to how we, you know, ultimately, you know, became the friends that we are today.
My fondest memory will probably be one that's pretty far back. It was actually a day that she took me and Storm. I think we went shopping that day, and Seal, Kiss from a Rose, had just came out.
We got in the car, we were on our way to the mall like we normally do, and she kept playing this song over and over and over again. It was Seal Roses.
And we literally played that song back to back from the trip to the mall and the trip back to the house. It was the only song we listened to the whole day.
And she told me and my brother, she said, y'all gonna learn this song today. And the reason y'all gonna learn it is because I'm not gonna stop playing it. So we learned that song that day, and it still rings in my head. When I hear it, I think of that memory.
When I would have a cold or if I'm sick, I would muster up enough strength to make it over to her house, put on my pajamas and climb in her bed, and I would be there for days of bedridden rest while she just nurtured me back to health. She is the best nurturer, the best nurse, the best comforter.
I spent an evening once with her down by the waterfront. I guess this triggered the memory, just being by the water. She was, I believe, 8 months pregnant with her firstborn. And she grabbed my hand to feel her belly while the young man inside of her was kicking. That would be my fondest memory.
My fondest memory was when she was first born. A very loving, caring sister. And I'm so happy to have her as my sister.
It was she and I and one of our very dear friends, and he had had a surgery on his leg and a long cast, and we were riding and we saw a herd of horses, beautiful horses, and we asked him to stop, and we jumped out of the car to run over to see the horses, and remembered that our friend had a cast on his leg and we had left him about a half a mile back. We looked back and we just cracked up, we just laughed because he was just kind of hobbling along.
Her how to drive the Volkswagen. I told her, I remember telling her that she had 15 minutes to learn how to drive the Volkswagen because it was a stick shift. And at that time, you know, there weren't a lot of people driving stick shifts, but behold, she learned how to drive that stick shift in less than 15 minutes.
The day that we had landed, she was elated the entire time. Her face was glowing. She was super happy. And when she had found out that Landon and Jamaal weighed the exact same weight, she was tickled pink.
Annette Johnson, I wanted to give you some very special words that's coming really from my heart. Over the past couple of years and as we've been friends, you know, I search my heart and I say, what is the essence of a true friend? And to me, you are surpassed a true friend.
She's outlined and had certain goals she wanted me to achieve for my life. And with her guidance, her encouragement, her support, you know, I was able to achieve, you know, all of those goals.
She knows already how to live her best life. She's been living her best life, and it tells in her smile. It shows in her actions.
I want to encourage you to gift yourself the way that you gift so many others.
Always be true. continue to be who she is, because she is amazing.
I don't think she has to change or for me to give her any inspiration.
I truly believe that she is a true definition of a godmother. I feel like she is truly a mother that God has given me.
Friend, I look at you as a true soul sister. Now, one would think that when I mention soul sister, I'm talking about the color of our skin. No, I'm talking about the depth of our hearts.
Always love what you do, and you will never work a day in your life. Spend time with friends and family, especially your loved ones. Never let your self-worth be defined by your net worth.
A quite inspirational life, meaning that she is a role model for many, and that's all you can ask her to do.
She started her own company and has become the matriarch, of this family, someone that everybody looks up to and depend on.
And just continue the love that she has for all her friends and family.
You do a wonderful job at lifting yourself. You do a wonderful job at shifting yourself. I would love to see you gift yourself more.
You are always there. You're always in that person's heart, in their prayers, and that's what you are for me, and that's where I try to be for you.
And, it's displayed in her walk. I mean, she knows exactly what she wants and what makes her happy.
You taught me how to survive. So I joined the military. And today I work beside you building our empire. You taught me how to love. So I got married to a beautiful woman and started my own family. You taught me to be excited about life. So I cherish each day and enjoy the special moments I have with my family. You taught me how to pray. So I thank God every day for all of my blessings. And most importantly, I thank Him for my mother. For she is truly one of a kind. I thank you for giving me life. And eternal love.